Today we have some breaking news about the case of Vitali in the Philippines, and today we know that Russia has officially disowned Vitali. That's right, they want nothing to do with his shenanigans. Of course, this is a legal mindset we teach you to be your own judge. I'm Andrew Esquire, American attorney here in Asia, covering the downfall of these nuisance streamers like Vitali and like Johnny Somali, who think they can come to other countries and take advantage of their hospitality, of their politeness, of their high trust cultures, and get away with literal crimes. So in this case, we've covered of Vitali. Obviously, things are not going well for them. He is locked up and facing 2 to 3 years even before he hits his trial, and then several years in jail after that, even based on conservative estimates. But beyond that, a lot of people are looking for the international response, a response of the US, of Russia, of countries where he stayed and has citizenship. And a lot of people were asking questions too. Well, what's going to happen with Russia? Is he going to be sent back to Russia? What's going to go on there? We have the first really big public response from Russia, and that's to disavow him, to say they want nothing to do with him, and to actually call out his actions as something that Russians should not emulate. So I've got this news article here from GMA News. This is the ambassador to Russia over here at the top, Murat Pavlov, at the Russian embassy in the Philippines. So going through this, Russia's top diplomat to Manila advised Russian travelers to strictly follow Philippine laws after a popular Russian-American prankster was arrested for harassing Filipinos. Vitaly Zorovetsky, a vlogger with over 10 million followers on YouTube, where he posts prank videos in countries he visited, was apprehended by Philippine authorities in April for his series of law-breaking stunts. Zorovetsky, who goes by the content creator named Vitali, drew the ire of netizens after uploading videos of him harassing Filipinos while filming around Bonifacio Global City. Of course, we've covered that. He committed multiple crimes very clearly on camera, during what he called his demon time, trying to steal a service weapon, stealing some various objects, threatening to rob an old woman, as well as harassing people when he was in Boracay as well. So Boracay, Bonifacio Global City, really going on a true crime streak. And the ambassador says here, Russians, are obligated to be in conformity with the law of the country they are staying in, said Russian ambassador Murat Pavlov. So to be very clear, what he's saying in here is, you are obliged to follow local laws. This is what I've been saying from the beginning. And this is the thing that really is so crazy that it has to be said to the modern generation of streamers, particularly nuisance streamers. They think that they are not obliged to follow the very basic laws of the countries they are in. They think they're immune from them. They think they don't have to follow them because they have a certain passport. And the Russian ambassador has it right on the nose here when he says, hey, listen, it doesn't matter whose passport you have, whether it's American, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, whatever, you need to follow the local laws. That is something that the fact that it has to be explained to people is insane. The fact that it has to be put out there is really nuts, because there is a generation of people, there's a whole cohort of people that are saying, hey, look, we don't need to follow these rules because, hey, I'm an American, I'm a Russian, I'm whatever. I don't need to follow these rules. That's not true. You absolutely do, and you will be held to the standard of those countries. Do not be surprised if you violate a law in that country, if you are treated as that law system would treat you. And Vitali is certainly finding out about Philippines justice. So let's continue with this, because he has some more really good statements here. So there's around, according to the embassy data, 5,000 Russians living in the Philippines. That's a significant number, and 30,000 visited for tourism in 2004. Pavlov says he generally finds that many Russians residing in the Philippines are disciplined, really disciplined. And I would agree with that, by the way. There's a lot of Russians here in Thailand as well. I find they're very disciplined, very polite people, often family people, really great people to deal with, and very respectful. I don't see issues with most people. And this is not just Russians. This is true of most people. Most tourists know how to be respectful, know how to be polite, know how to care for the local culture, know how to give back, know how to contribute. It's not that difficult. It's not that difficult to come to a country and follow their laws and follow their culture. It's a very simple thing. And if you cannot do that, if you have the inability to do that, stay home. It's just a prank, bro. Does not get you out of jail for free. It really does not. And the fact that some people think that that is a get out of jail free card, it doesn't work that way. And it's a disrespect to the people that are there residing lawfully and respectfully. And here's the kicker. At the same time, Pavlov expressed hope that Russian visitors will not face discrimination despite Zordovetsky's behavior, and that future cases involving Russians will be handled discreetly by Filipino authorities. So this is very clear here. It's a condemnation of Vitaly's behavior, saying, hey, we don't want everybody else to be held to that standard because it's pretty crazy. What he did was insane. It was illegal, and it was inappropriate. It was absolutely inappropriate. And for him to do that is something that no country is going to come out there and save him. And if the message that they would have sent, if they were going to come save Vitali, would have been, okay, well, we stand against the Philippines here. We think that he's unjustly detained. We think that he's been taken with no due process, etc. And they would have come and said, we're standing up for Vitali. But instead, they have not only rejected, they said we disown that behavior, and we hope that his bad example, that what he did that is clearly wrong, is something that is not held against other people. And by the way, I don't think that Filipinos are going to hold it against other Russians. I think it's very welcome for people to come. Same way in Korea. I feel Korea is welcome for Americans, is welcome for all people, despite Johnny Somali, right? Same thing with Vitali. I think the Philippines is still one of the most hospitable places I've been to in the world. I think Philippines hospitality is second to none. It's absolutely amazing. And I don't think that changes because of Vitali. I think Filipinos and Filipinas are smart enough to know, hey, look, this was a bad egg. This was someone that was a exception, not just for Russians, but for all people. And the vast majority of people that come to the Philippines as tourists are having a great time. And that's shown because year after year, the more and more tourists visit the Philippines. Now, of course, there's been a little hiccup with COVID. Obviously, things are still recovering after that. But we see the trends generally over time, if you smooth them out, going up. More people come to the Philippines, love the Philippines, have an amazing time in the Philippines, and they come back. And they're respectful. They have good things to say about it. And I think that's a pattern that will continue in the future. And I hope that people that see this message, if you're thinking about coming to the Philippines, please do come. One of the best things you can do to stand up to Vitali, to oppose him, is to go to those countries, be respectful, and be a good example. But let me know, what do you guys think? Like the video if you like my coverage of some of the nuisance streamers, of Vitali, of this case. I want to know in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one.
Are you guys enjoying the stream today?